I'm making an ASMR video.
Please stop. It's too loud.
Yeah, it's just a new wrapper on the McDonald's bags. When you're just doing audio, nobody really knows this is just a hamburger wrapper from McDonald's. But it sounds pretty sexy, don't you think?
Welcome to the good, the bad, and the bloody. I'm Derek Brown.
I'm Cody Bowden.
And we watched yet another movie.
No shit. How come every time we open the show I have to say something fucking stupid? I've noticed that. Every time we've opened the show you've said like, hey, welcome back, we did this, or hey, we're going to talk about this. And every time I'm just like, yeah, duh. Or just say, we can't do that, or something. I have to say something about it. We can't just say hello.
It's like throwing a lampshade on our problems.
Yeah. I'm just addressing the elephant in the room. I'm just saying, I need to be more supportive of ourselves.
And Horton. You know, the elephant in the room. Did you know he heard a who?
You know, maybe I should actually not be okay with everything. Because then we'll have,
Quality
our joke
control.
quality. Yeah, it'll go down, and then our show will go down. Further than it has. We can go negative, Derek.
No!
We can go negative. It's possible. Oh, man, you just took a big bite of that Big Mac. So, we've reduced our episodes, because we talked about this a little bit. I don't know how many people really watched it, but we're reducing our episode lengths down to 30 minutes, which means more content, we get to talk about more stuff, it's more entertaining, it's faster. Because after an hour, too, once we get into like the later bit, we're just kind of slow ourselves. And honestly, we just start talking about the movie as if we're just watching it and, replaying it to you.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a bad thing. But so for, quality, speaking of that, as you're eating a fucking McGangbang, we're doing the 30-minute episode. So,
Buckle up, bitches.
yeah, motherfucker. Did we do our last episode 30 minutes? Did we do our last episode as 30 minutes?
Other side of the faggots.
Well, that deserved to be 30 minutes. That was a terrible movie. That should have been a 15-minute episode.
Yeah, it was like 27 minutes or some shit.
My dad liked that movie. He liked it more than the 10 Cloverfield Lane, which, even if you don't think it's amazing, it's still better.
And you know what?
What?
Everyone makes mistakes.
I know, look at me. How do you think I was born?
Oh, geez.
I'm just kidding, Derek. But anyway. So, tomorrow, or actually, I'll be in San Diego by now.
By the time this is up,
yeah, I'm
will
gonna
be dead.
Yeah, I'm going to San Diego for 5 days. Gonna hang out there near Escondido. Also, gonna go to SeaWorld. We're gonna go to SeaWorld, the safari park thing.
Sweet.
And the San Diego Zoo.
I haven't been to the San Diego Zoo since I was 5 or 6.
Well, I mean, okay, like it's everything in California is very expensive, and
You bet.
You bet. So when we mentioned to Jesse's friends that live in California that we're doing all that stuff and we have everything ready and all of our, it's all planned, they were just so surprised. Like, how did you save up that much money? And like, for us, it was like one paycheck to do everything. Really, if you think about it. And it's like, we don't really spend much in Idaho, I suppose, but
Because we got nothing up here.
yeah, but that kind of makes me sad if you think about it. It's like people can't afford that. Like, you need to get a better job. But then I thought the people that were all commenting that they couldn't afford that, they all lived in a place where everything is like $1 million.
Yeah.
So,
It's $10 a gallon down there.
Is it?
No, but you believed it.
Oh my god, you son of a bitch. See? That's what I'm talking about.
No, it's probably like...
Probably 4.
Let's
No, I'm
see.
just kidding.
Yeah, if it's like $2 here
It's got
right
like
now.
$3.80, $3.50.
Yeah. Somewhere up there.
Anyway, so you said you had a story about me going to California?
Yeah, because I had mentioned that, of course, I'm from there.
Yeah.
Moved up here when I was almost 3. And my dad just recently told me this story. And it's when he first moved up here. and got a house and was getting us all set up to live up here, he kept telling everybody down in California, like, oh yeah, it's safe. There's no crime up here. It's nothing like California.
Yeah.
The day after Christmas, his truck got robbed. So all of his clothes,
Oh, man.
his tools were left there. Just his jackets
What the fuck?
and shit. So he didn't tell anybody about it.
Really?
Yeah, until we were already moved and settled.
Well, why'd they steal just the clothing and not the tools? Tools are very expensive.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah,
It's probably because it was like a legit homeless person.
yeah, he was like, he's like, yeah, I woke up the next day after I had a few drinks, had gone out, and some cops show up at the door, and I'm like, oh fuck, what did I do last night? And they're like, is this your vehicle? And he's like, oh shit. And then he looks over, and there's footprints leading up to the truck. The doors are wide open, and then going off the other way.
Oh, man.
And they stop at this fence.
And he's like, I don't know nothing about that body.
And the cops were like, well, we lost track of him. And he's like, just climb the fence.
Follow the track.
I'm sure, yeah, follow the tracks. And they're just like, we got no leads.
Well,
We're
they,
out.
they technically can't do that.
It was pretty funny.
I would have done it, though. I would have gone fucking rogue. But I don't know. Knowing Doug, he probably wasn't going to hop any fences anytime soon.
Oh, no.
But you know what? That's how you know who's a fucking... that's not a gang or anything, or like just... that's like super fucking... they must have been kids. Like, just doing petty crimes. It's not criminal activity, I would say. Because, I mean, like, then if they knew, they would still steal the tools. Because, like, kids these days are like, oh, my dad has a screwdriver, whatever. But then you, like, go to buy that screwdriver when you're older, and you're like, $18?
Yeah.
You know?
Screw that. But
oh,
yeah,
literally.
It,
Screw that.
it was so funny. Because he was not going to admit that happened.
Yeah.
Because me and my mom, and I think maybe even Bia as a baby, we're still down there getting ready to come up, and he's just like, nope, I just lost my jacket. And it was, of course, like Christmas, so he's freezing his nuts off. The heating didn't work in the truck either.
Oh, man.
So he froze going to work every day. And he's just like, son of a fucking bitch.
That's horrible.
It's,
My heater core broke in my van. I know the feeling, man. I hate that thing. I'm so glad it's summer. I'd rather be sweating my balls off and have my car working. Because you know what? I have a 280. I have a 280 system in my van for air conditioning. It's 2 windows down, going 80. Dad joke.
That's my air conditioning right now too.
Dad
I'm
joke.
glad the heat works.
Yeah,
Super glad.
I'm jealous. It's still cold sometimes, man.
I wish I'd been able to go with you guys tomorrow.
I know.
That would have been cool, but whatever.
But it's kind of like, it's going to be kind of like personal time with us. Too.
Yeah.
Just to get away from everything else.
Yeah, even though I told your parents, like, I didn't get enough lead time
Yeah, and I'm sure...
to take the time off.
And I would've been
thought
cool-
more about it back when you first told me about it.
Yeah.
And I said, that sounds like a date
I mean, like,
kind of thing.
yeah, but I would have been cool with you going. And Jessie, I'm pretty sure she said also at one point that would have been awesome too. Because think how fun that'd be going to the zoo with you, man. That'd be awesome.
Man, it'd be like seeing my family.
That too. I don't know. Oh my god, going to the zoo, family reunion. I don't know. Maybe next time, dude. Maybe you and I could just go.
Hell yeah.
And it'd be cheaper that way too, because we don't have to worry about like hotels and stuff. We can sleep in the car.
Man, I got plenty of family down there that we can pitch up with.
That too. Oh shit. Okay. So anyway, why don't we get into this fucking movie?
Yeah, The Strangers.
Oh man,
One of my favorite scary movies ever.
I got popcorn all over myself.
You greasy bitch.
Oh man, it's under my tongue. It hurts.
It hurts so much.
We can't start yet.
You ever see The Passion? You ever see 12 Years a Slave? This is worse.
That's a nightmare.
Just like this movie. It's a nightmare for the people in the movie.
I don't want to get fucked in any way before San Diego. I'm just saying, man. Anyway, so this is what. See, I'm dying.
No, Cody, no.
Derek, why don't you tell us about this movie?
I'll have to take your place going to San Diego if you die.
Is that okay? Can we do that?
I have no fucking...
Can I move my name to someone else if my name's on the ticket? How did Jesse get my name on the ticket? How do plane tickets work? Are they just like bus stubs?
I guess.
I thought my name and shit had to be on there.
I haven't flown in forever, dude. I have no idea.
I flew to Las Vegas last Christmas, but I don't remember. I just sound like I'm going on a bunch of business trips, don't I?
On a business trip.
Going to Vegas and Christmas. Dude, that was the weirdest shit. Are you enjoying your fucking hamburger?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you lean into the microphone and chew a little louder so people know that you're eating? That's really loud. Just eating during our podcast.
That's for my ASMR homies. Peace.
Oh my god. Like in the intro.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Jesus. I'm just gonna eat two. You know what? Fuck it. Wait.
I'm almost done.
No, it's just like our first episode.
Mm-hmm.
We just started eating spaghetti, didn't we?
I did.
You did, you fucker.
My mom's spaghetti.
Our anniversary episode needs to we just need to eat spaghetti the whole time.
Hell yeah.
30 minutes of spaghetti eating.
Spaghetti Eddie. What's in the... So anyway, this movie.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We're boring.
The Strangers, directed, written by Brian Bertino.
Yes.
Debut film.
Directorial debut. This is his first movie.
Yeah. I looked it up before we started, like hours ago. And he had turned in the script for this movie to this contest. And it got to the quarterfinals. I can't remember if it won or anything. But somebody else was set to direct this movie. But they demanded a $40 million fee.
Why? Dude, you can make this movie for like $1 million.
Mm-hmm. And so...
At most. 40 million?
Universal told him to fuck off.
Yeah.
And then somebody else was like, well, why don't we get the dude who wrote this to direct it?
Oh, really?
Which is pretty cool.
That is really cool.
And it's certainly its own little breed of a movie. I think it's probably one of the movies that's set in motion like how horror films are nowadays.
Oh, it's one of... Oh.
It came out in 2008. And there's definitely a departure from before that, you know?
I don't know really what you mean by that. Do you mean like it changed...
It changed how scary movies look, I think. A bit darker, a bit more, like, rhythmically shaky.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah, kind of like an episode of like fucking House or something.
And killers who just do it just for the lulz. You know?
You know what? I don't know. Can you think of any examples of like a killer in a previous movie that did it just for the hell of it?
Well...
They were all kind of demons or like enchanted or something. Or
yeah.
Cursed. There's got to be one where he just fucking slayed because he can.
And also this was like the home invasion type of horror, you know? Which had been done with Funny Games just the year before, but never really...
But that was the remake, too.
Yeah. Never really done with... never done heavily, anyway.
Yeah,
like slashers are slashers, but...
Actually, that's a good point.
Most of them will, like, go out and chase you all over town. This one stuck straight in the home.
And after this, didn't The Purge come out?
Yeah, 2013.
Yeah. I mean, not like... I'm not right after, but it felt like almost the same.
Yeah. I remember coming out of that movie going... Boy, if I wanted to watch The Strangers,
yeah,
I'd go home and save myself $10.
Dude, oh my gosh. That's true, though. You're right. Like, a lot of movies are like that now.
Mm-hmm.
They just feel trapped, like the fucking Butterfly Effect or something.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? When did that movie come out?
02, I think?
Okay, that's an old movie.
02,
It's not a
04?
scary movie, but, you know, Panic Room, whatever.
It's thrilling.
Thriller.
Ugh.
Didn't in the director commentary, in the special features we saw, didn't he say, like, this isn't a horror movie,
It's more of a terror film.
It's a terror film? What the fuck does that mean?
I think it's more for the whole... It doesn't focus on blood and gore like most other scary movies.
I guess at that
it
time,
focuses
yeah.
more on the ambience and the situation.
Saw came out in 2004, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that was... I guess it hyped up in the 4 years after that. I can see this guy legitimately having a reason to call it a terror movie instead of a horror. Because horror at the time when this movie came out...
It was like torture porn.
It was all torture porn. Hostel, you got fucking Saw movies on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Okay, so that's a good point. At the time.
And this came out like the year right after the remake of Halloween did. Which might have influenced it a bit, but...
That's true, too, because that was also a lot bloodier than... The first Halloween has, like, almost no violence, really.
Yeah, it's all done off-screen, actually. Matt was telling me about that. He said there's not a single point where you actually see someone like getting it. There's like no blood.
There is. Well, there's scenes where they get it.
Yeah.
Remember when Michael's holding her up against the wall and she stabs him in the stomach?
Yeah.
That's a moment.
It is a moment.
There's a moment.
Moment by moment.
You felt that, didn't you?
It was a good mythical moment. Fuck.
Now we owe Rhett and Link like $10 or something.
Oh boy.
I'm sure that's how it works. I don't know.
Our earnings are only at like 8 cents right now.
They wouldn't
for all my videos.
They wouldn't sue us. Those guys are really cool.
Yeah,
But
they're cool dudes.
that's not the point. The point is
We're fans.
fam.
We love you.
We're fams. Love you, fam. Hashtag.
But yeah,
Vanilla Sweat.
this certainly focuses more on the situation of how fucked you'd be if 3 people came to your house and terrorized you.
It's totally bizarre. Like, this is not like a realistic scenario, but that's what makes it scary because it's possible, but unlikely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what really scares me the most about some of these movies. It's because like fucking Jason Voorhees coming at you. He's like a supernatural zombie.
Yep.
That's like fighting for his mother.
And also his lake.
My lake. My lake.
My kingdom for a lake.
I don't get it. But like this, it's like 3 dudes. Well, 1 dude and 2 girls that you find out. Just kind of fucking showing up at your house and killing you just because you were home.
Yep.
Like that's what you said. You know,
It's
like,
so fucked.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So this has... Who is the woman in this movie?
Liv Tyler.
Yeah, Liv Tyler, who is Steven Tyler's daughter.
Arwen from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, which a lot of people, that's what they know her from.
Or Betty from The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, which no one will know that. Do you find that weird that that she didn't know her father was a rock star and she became like a very famous actor afterward?
It is weird, isn't it?
Like, do you think that like celebrity is like a gene? Do you think you could be born famous? Fuck it. That's not the point. That's like some philosophy shit right there. Like the famous gene.
Yeah. I would think the famous Gene is Gene Wilder.
Well, like look at Liam and fucking, Hemsworth and
All the
his
Hemsworths.
brother. Yeah, really. For real.
Even the least famous one is still like on Australian TV.
Like the Baldwin brothers, man.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Alec and whoever the fuck.
Alec, you got Bobby.
Bobby.
You got Billy. I don't really fucking know the Baldwin brothers actually. Hold on, you got Stephen Baldwin. You got Alec Baldwin. You got is it
Bobby?
Bradley? Billy?
Brad Baldwin.
Billy Baldwin.
Oh boy.
It's Ronald. Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna call him Ronald McGoddamn
John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
Yes, all 4 of the Baldwin brothers. Ringo Baldwin.
How could you forget Ringo?
I don't know. Anyway, so and then the male actor in this movie, who's that?
Scott Speedman. He's from the Underworld movies.
I love how you know that. That's crazy, dude. I'm just saying.
That's the only thing people would know him from.
Really?
He's in some other scary movie I saw a little bit back.
But no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares about that movie. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you the name of it. See? Nobody gives a shit. It's something with moths.
Moths.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Like
He
Silence
plays
of the
it.
Lambs kind of thing, or?
He plays his teacher in the movie, and the weirdest moment comes when like the main girl is like freaking out, and then all of a sudden he's just like, "Calm down, I'm gonna kiss you," and it's just
my
like,
God.
"No, stop."
That's fun.
And then leaves. And I was like, "She's 17 in this movie.
Oh, that's fucked
Get the
up.
fuck out of here, Scott Speedman. I don't need this."
Scott Date Reapman.
Yeah,
Come on.
the speed man is for the bed.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this movie is it's pretty much just starts like with them. They have like a divorce. No, they don't have a divorce.
A failed proposal.
Yeah, they go to a wedding, and he decides what a great place to propose at a wedding.
Yeah.
Fucking no, no.
You wait till you get home.
Yeah, and I don't know. At the very least, he proposed outside of where they were having the reception. Because unless you talk to the bride and groom about if it's okay to propose at your wedding,
Don't do it.
don't do it. Because then it distracts from fucking their wedding.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
Their time to shine.
Yeah.
The only time they're gonna get any more.
yeah, it's supposed to be their day. Everything should be about them. That's what I'm
Their
saying.
next big day is when they have their first kid.
Yeah,
This is their time to shine.
and that's when it's okay to not give a shit because it's not your kid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they're fucking like moping. He's pissed drunk, like you said.
He's pissed, drunk, and beta as fuck.
Yeah, and then they're just kind of hanging out at home, being like as uncoupley as a couple I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just like at the very least they could fight. Like, come on. But like instead they're just like moping around. She's like standing up, like reading a book, and it's just like weird shit, man. Just like shit you'd see like Sims characters do if you ran them on autopilot,
Yeah.
just to fulfill like basic needs. And it's like 4 a.m. too, and that's when shit happens. Like, it pretty much does that for like a few minutes, and then all of a sudden that's when the stranger shit happens, where they kind of just creep around.
I like that the opening of this opens with not explaining the proposed thing until like 10 minutes after.
I'm really glad you told me before, though, because I was like, why are they so sad? Because I was actually getting pretty pissed off.
Yeah,
I was like, fucking tell me.
Yeah, the movie's a little quiet, so it's like you had to really pay attention to see what you could piece together.
Yeah.
Because they come home or they come to the vacation house of
his parents.
His parents.
The male guy's parents. The guy.
Speedman. Neiman.
Well, his name in the movie was James, but who really gives a
Jimmy
fuck?
James.
Jimmy James.
Oh, Sandy.
Oh, Sandy.
He like went to town preparing this place for if she had said yes. There's petals everywhere, champagne. Everything's just set, just right. All she had to do was say yes.
So really, it's a movie. I mean, they still had sex. Well, they were going to have sex.
Yeah.
Which is weird. But I'm assuming that's why he set everything up for like a really romantic, like, acceptance sex. If that's the thing. I don't know if Shaq did that when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if that's the thing that happens nowadays. But anyway, so it's basically, that is it. That's the movie. The movie is that sad kind of beginning, the sad denial, and then out of nowhere, a bunch of crazy people start knocking on the door and just to see if they're home.
And it's all done so great.
Yeah.
All the stalking around.
And because they're home, they get attacked. And really, like, I don't know.
Which that was based on that story I told you.
Yeah.
Or
which is a cool story. Tell them that.
Brian was the director. When he was a kid, this person came up to the house, and his dad answered, and they were like, "Hey, is Tamara here, or somebody that obviously doesn't live there?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "No." Well, all right. Well, I guess I'll leave. But like everybody whose house didn't, like, nobody was there, they got robbed.
Yeah.
And he combined that with the story from like the 80s, the Ketty cabin murders.
Oh, really?
Which were unsolved. Some people came to this cabin that had a family of people in it, and it's like a cabin park, a bunch of cabins all put together.
Huh.
Like a motel. And this whole family got killed in one of those, and it remains unsolved, I think.
That's spooky.
So he combined the two, which is great.
So, yeah. So,
that's why it says inspired by true events.
Oh, I see. But the beef I have with this movie is, like, the whole time that they're stalking them and being creepy, writing stuff on the walls, were they trying to scare them, or in the end just have fun doing it?
I think they were having fun doing it.
Because they did just kill him just because, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense why they would just...
They're just playing with their food, all right?
That's true, honestly. Because this
like
whole
you
movie...
and your banana slug.
Oh, yes. My pickle slug.
Yep.
Yeah. But, I mean, the whole movie, they have so many opportunities to kill these people, but they fuck with them instead. They accidentally make the main actor shoot his best friend in the head with a shotgun.
Which is the best.
Yeah, because he thinks it's a bad guy coming around the corner, but it's Mike just checking up on him.
Yeah.
And that's just sad. That's totally accidental. I don't even think they wanted that to happen. It just happened. Which is kind of fucking crazy about this, because it's just... That's this whole movie. It just happens.
Yep.
So
could have been solved just by splitting shit and running. But,
And I mean...
We wouldn't have as many horror films if people didn't make bad decisions.
Yeah. And I mean, these people, it looks like they're giving them either a chance or they really are just fucking with them, like a game.
Mm-hmm. Funny games.
Yeah, and you find out they are just funny games because in the end they die. They get tied up and they just get stabbed to death.
Spoiler alert, but whatever.
Well, they're not going to watch a review with, But I mean, that's the thing. I don't know how I felt about that either. I was hoping they would get like maybe a chance to escape, or they would turn it around on them.
That's a better spoiler alert though than our 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's got aliens in it. Dang it, Jess!
That was really fucked. But I'm just saying, like, there was no... I don't know. It was like, what was the point? I guess what's the point of them, like, breaking in and killing them just because, right?
What's the point of anything?
And that's what's really scary. There's no point in it.
It's all random acts of violence.
And they even said that, too. They were like, we're doing this because we want to, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's no fucking reason. We don't hate you.
We're strong, independent black women.
Yeah, they didn't
We don't need
rob
no
them.
man.
They were just fucking murderers. Because
Yeah.
sometimes people can just be crazy. And you know, a lot of movies try to do that nowadays. Just have a random killer. But it's always pointless because of that. Because it's just like, I'm a fucking crazy guy. But in this movie, it's like, killed you because we want to. They actually said, they explained that there's no reason.
Yeah.
Most movies just have no reason. Like You Ride 2. Fear the fucking legend. You fear the fucking legend?
We need to find the first one and watch it.
I don't know. What do you think about this movie, though, Derek? I mean, this is one of your favorite movies.
I love this movie. This is the movie that made me start watching scary movies all the time.
Oh, wow.
It hit me like a hurricane.
Actually,
dude.
that's pretty fucking crazy.
If I were to make a list of the scary movies that most influenced me in some way, there would be Halloween,
Yeah.
It, and this movie, basically.
Well, you watched it when you were a child.
That was the first scary movie I ever saw.
Wow.
The only one to make me wet myself. Right out there on
Really?
the internet.
Wait, did you pee yourself, like, in the theater?
No, it was a TV movie.
You peed your pants?
I peed my pants.
How old were you?
6.
Wow. I believe it, though. I'd pee my pants.
Yeah, that movie was terrifying. And then Halloween, it was the 7th one, so age 20. Halloween 20
I
years
don't
later.
even know if that one's a good one.
It's not.
But back when you were a kid.
But back when I was 12 and I watched it, I was like, holy shit.
Gore, dude. The gore.
It freaked my little world out, man.
That's crazy.
But it set me on that path like, hey, I like this killer, you know?
The path of righteousness.
Yes. Oh, and then The Strangers solidified it again. Like, I had seen Hostel and a few other ones in between, but this one, straight from the trailer and everything, blew my fucking mind.
Because it was just fucking scary.
It was
like,
something different.
It was just showed you how scary humans can be. Just
Yeah.
humans. No fucking supernatural bits. No crazy serial killers. Just dudes with a mask literally getting the best opportunity they can.
It's unbelievably scary.
Yeah, because you don't think the 3 just normal people are capable of that.
Yeah.
They're not normal, but they're just people. But it's amazing how much they can fuck with them, and it totally is believable.
Yeah.
Except for some parts where they tap them on the shoulder and shuffle away out of nowhere.
Hell, this is the movie that made me start making videos again.
Yeah.
Because I went out and watched it. I was like, dude, this movie was fucking awesome, Nathan. We should make a parody of it. That was actually our very first idea for a video.
Really?
We don't have the film anymore, so I couldn't show you.
So I'm worried, though, that this movie has some nostalgia for you. So I don't know.
Yeah, but I'd admit if it's bad, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. Kind of like
Like-
how I loved Babes in Toyland. But that movie sucks ass. Dude. I remember from my childhood, like, Toyland, you good little boys and girl land. But that movie fucking sucks, dude, okay?
Yeah, like if somebody were to tell me, like, what beef they had with it,
Yeah.
whatever, I'd acknowledge it at least. But
So-
I love the shit out of this
So we're on
movie.
the same page. But speaking of that, Derek, best scene, worst scene then. How about we do that?
Ooh, boy.
Let's talk about the beef I have.
I've got 2 best scenes.
Okay, pick them.
The one is from the trailer, and with any hope we can make it our photo for the video.
Okay.
It's when she's standing in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and then while she's smoking, just standing there being her Sims, the masked dude appears in the back, and he doesn't do anything. He just stands there.
And if you don't point him out or notice, then you won't see him.
Yeah, if your TV's a little dark, you may not notice it, but like in the theater, a whole half of the theater went, "Oh my god!"
Now, I'm going to say right now, that's my favorite scene.
All right.
And it's like that scene from The Gallows that we might have mentioned, but like a million times better, and obviously that's what they ripped off of.
Yeah.
The slow fade in, the slow walk in. Just
Yeah, it was
standing
great.
presence.
My other one is when they shoot Mike.
Well, that's a fucking horrifying scene.
Yeah, it's
For different reasons.
It's so fucked that happens, you know.
A total accident, but it sucks.
They shoot him because he's dressed very similarly to the killer, and then after they shoot him, they're like, "Oh fuck,
Well, he snuck up on him, too.
He wasn't wearing a mask."
He shouldn't have been sneaking around. But then again, Mike didn't know.
Yeah, Mike knew nothing. Like he could have easily survived had he come in and been like, "Hey, James."
He should have. Why didn't he walk in the house and go, hello?
Like I thought of that one this time, but you know, I think he was just in a state of confusion. Like, where is everybody? Why is the music blaring?
Like, he
Why
probably-
is the door wide open?
He probably didn't do that because he thought they were, like, gone.
Yeah, It was interesting.
Well, what's your least favorite scene? Do you have one?
My least favorite bit, just because it has nothing to do with the movie. Well, it sets up the movie, but it's the opening where it says, "What you are about to see is inspired by true events." On the night of 2005, on the night of February 11th, 2005. Like, you don't really need it.
That's true.
You could take it out and the whole movie works just as well.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't. I totally forgot about it, too. Like, when you watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which actually happened, which is fucking...
In some way or another.
Which is fucking horrifying, right? Mm-hmm. That sticks with you. That's permanence. But when you watch it like this, you're just like, okay.
Oh, yeah, that'd be another one of those movies that freaked my little brain out, is the remake. That gave me nightmares for 3 weeks.
It's fucking hyper gore. But let me tell you mine real quick. I said my most favorite scene, obviously. My least favorite scene will probably have to be... I'm going to have to go with the cut that the director made.
Oh, the extended bit?
Yeah. The 2 minutes where, like, after they get stabbed, she's still alive, and she crawls for, like, a cell phone, but then the guy comes back and kicks it away from her, and then she just, like... He just leaves her there for good. Yeah. That does not need to be in there.
Yeah, and that wasn't in the theater.
Yeah.
And then I watched it, and I went, oh, I don't remember that. And then I was like, oh, that's the extended bit.
Yeah, and that's why... And, Derek, you even said, like, I bet you can call out what moment it is, and I totally did. Yeah. I was like, there's no reason for that scene to be there, and it makes it kind of, like, dumb and just longer for no reason. And that was exactly... Yeah.
All it does is give a good movie poster. Yeah. Of her crawling, you know.
That's true, like with theater, the trailer fodder, you know. Yeah. But I'm gonna go with that because if it was in the vision of the director,
whatever. I'm gonna let him have it, but you don't need it.
Is it safe?
Whatever.
You know. So yeah, all right, Dirk. What do you rate this movie?
My rating is 10.
You give it a 10?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite movies, top to bottom, diagonally. Man, I love the shit out of this movie.
Jesus.
It's basically the movie I come back to every once in a while just to remind myself there's good in people.
What about the silliness of, like, how droll the couple is in the beginning, or maybe even how, like, ridiculously slippery these people are when they tap them on the shoulder in the car and they're immediately gone.
Oh, I know. I acknowledge all the goofy bits, but
there's some
I still love the fuck out of it.
Okay, I can see that.
There's no perfect movie. Like even if you were to press me, I could come up with 5 bad things about the original Halloween, but I still give that movie a 10 out of 10.
I can't even think of two things, man.
It's mostly just due to the limits that they had in budget and 70s effects, you know? That's same thing. I just don't care. World. Okay, so what I like washes out everything that I may have beef with.
Okay, I can understand.
Like with Mike, like why didn't he just yell out, you know? But
and you saw this when it came out, right?
In the theaters.
See, that's different. Like, I'm watching it after all movies are like this now. And even if I realize this is the daddy of them all, I'm not going to acknowledge it after seeing movies like that for a long time now. So I'm kind of fucking broken that way. But that's why I give this movie, Derek, I give it a 7.5.
I was going to guess you were going to give it like a 7 or 8, you know?
7.5. I wish there was more of a point to it, even though I just said there doesn't need to be. I just kind of would like... a better reason for them to just go around slaughtering people.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be brought up in the sequel.
If they do one, like you said, I don't know. It's been 8 years.
It's been 84 years.
2 weeks since... I don't know, Derek. It's still 7.5 because I don't know. Yeah. 8 sounds like... You know what? I'll go with 8. Okay. I'll go with 8. That was some fucking scary shit sometimes. Like the window scene and the whole scene with the kitchen.
Yep. Yeah, this is basically the movie, like, most of the stuff that I do come up with for scary stuff, it's always back to this kind of thing. Even if Simple mask, silent dude, you know.
Like, even if I don't get it, it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
It's fucking scary.
I got my sister to pee her pants in the theater.
No way.
Her or her friend. When that window thing happened.
They peed their pants?
I went, grab her leg.
And they peed themselves? Well, we're not going to say names, obviously, because that's degrading. But no,
I'm kidding. So
yeah. Well, how old they must have been? 2008?
2008, I was like...
You were like...
15?
So they were like, kids. They were little kids.
Yeah.
How do you even get in the movie? It's like rated R.
We were with my dad. He took us.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Because I said, Dad, I want to go see this movie.
Well, it wasn't that bloody, but yeah, it's scary. It's scary, dude. I wouldn't. It's spooky. It is spooky,
Yeah.
dude.
I was attached to that trailer for like months. When I first saw that trailer at like 3 a.m, I was like, holy shit.
That's funny.
This is great.
Well, anyway, I think we should. I think we pretty much wrapped.
Yep.
We'll talk about pretty much anything we could. What are we going to watch next week, Derek? Or
No,
are we going to upload our Spooky Fun Time Hour?
We should try and do that.
Okay, yeah. So next week we're either going to be doing another movie, because a new movie isn't going to come out for a while.
Not till like May or June.
Yeah, so we've got some time. If you want to, just shoot us. Just post a status on our Facebook page. Just say what you might want to see. A lot of people give us suggestions, but we're not going to remember them. So I'm saying it right now. You know, if you want us to review something,
My mom actually was like, I asked for some recommendations, and she was like, The Visit, The Forest, and this movie called Emily. And I just posted the links to our videos of the ones we already did.
So we need to do Emily.
Yeah, which
Okay.
I have no idea what it is. But
I don't know. Either way, I like to hear what you guys would like us to talk about, because some people really want to know other opinions of movies. Like,
otherwise, we're gonna have to bust out ones we already know we like 1408 and
oh, dude, we should
The
do
Thing.
1408. Oh my god, that'd be so great, just so we can watch it.
yeah.
I think we should. But
And I have newly developed theories about The Thing that I would love to
yeah.
throw my hat at.
But sometime next week, we're gonna try to upload one of our first video episodes, which is part
Spooky
of
Fun Time
a
Hour,
a new series we're doing called the Spooky Fun Time Hour. Yeah,
where we watch some scary movies,
Yeah.
good or bad,
in
and
real
we
time,
react them.
and we talk about just like we've said even just like Mystery Science Theater 3000, but it's our little take on it. So.
Yeah, and we have our regional funny man Scott in on the video.
Oh yeah,
with
that'll
us.
be fun. That'll be
Everybody likes Scott, I guess. Whatever.
fun. He thinks we're all losers, but it's okay.
Piece of shit.
But anyway, I think
That's it.
That's it, isn't it? All right.
So-
well, you know what? Join us next week, everybody.
Whether you like it or not.